What's up, squad? Welcome to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and today we're going to be breeding some 4, 5, and hopefully even some 6 IV starters to give away on Pokemon Sword and Shield.
So really what started this all, I know I'm not the only person that is surprise trading or sending out starter Pokemon on Christmas, but kind of a twofold thing for me. And I can remember back all the way to 2007, like I've just always wanted to be a part of the YouTube community. You know what I'm doing here. Breeding Grookeys. She's got a 5 IV Grookey and a 5 IV Ditto. Yeah, man, I've just always wanted to be involved in YouTube. Like, I've loved watching this community develop, you know, and then I love Pokemon. So I remember all the way back playing Red Blue, like having to get 2 different Game Boys with the link cable and just restarting the game over and over. Just all the way from then, like I just remember that joy of starting a game with all the starters and how cool that made you feel. So I figured, hey, why not? There's probably going to be a number of people, kids and adults, that get this game Christmas morning, and you know, how cool would it be? They go and send off a Squovit and just seeing what surprise trade is all about, and then, you know, getting a nearly perfect, if not perfect, starter. Never really been into the competitive scene, but I've always wanted to try. Here, let me show you guys actually what we got here. So I've actually been doing this, started this yesterday actually, so we've got one round here, but I'm actually wanting to go ahead and fill up a couple more boxes because we'll do this for a good bit tomorrow. I've gone back and forth between using both of the nurseries and flying back and forth, but I just feel like this is the faster way to do it. I don't know. If any of y'all have an idea or have tried something, let me know. So Sword and Shield was actually my first dive back into the Pokemon games. Gosh, probably Generation 3, honestly. Like, I've been a fan from afar. Pokemon Go definitely got me back into it. Tried out Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but after I'd heard they were already developing this, figured I'd just wait. Plus it was on the Switch, and I love my Switch. What do y'all think about the starters this year? Definitely love all of the first stages, but if I'm being honest, really only like Score Bunny. That's where we're at. Let's see what we got so far. Box 1. What? Y'all. First one. 6 IVs. Alright. Let's keep that 6 IV counter going. We're at 1. Let's see how many we can get. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I love Sword and Shield or hate Sword and Shield. Am I happy that I don't have to go catch 800 and 890 or 840 Pokemon to complete the decks? Yeah. Let's see. Are you going to be 6 IV? It's so crazy. I am a fan though, and I think the reason I didn't, like, I've never done competitive play before, but I'm that kind of person. Like, I'm going to catch, train, and raise Pokemon just in game as if I were going to, you know, do competitive play. Really, I'm just scared I'm going to go out there and get destroyed. I don't know if my heart can take that. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. You know, I'll say it. I think this game's really good. There's definitely some things that I would have loved to be different, but that being said, I do enjoy the mechanics of the gameplay. My nitpicks really are more things with like the storytelling. Like, I think it has some of the greatest characters potential-wise with like the gym leaders, but I think that at the same time, like, they got so close with some things and then just fell short, right? I mean, one of my nitpicks just over the years is that how each of the rivals has really just been like glorified tutorials. They're always, yes, people hop even chooses from a type advantage the Pokemon that would be weak to yours, and so like that's totally not what Blue would do. This is supposed to be our rival. Like, this guy, I don't like him. I want to beat him. That being said, like halfway through the game, he starts questioning himself and does he have any worth and all that kind of stuff, and I think it's really cool. I don't know if y'all can hear that piano. My wife's a piano teacher. But yeah, I thought there was some really cool, like, when Hop starts actually questioning his worth and stuff like that, I was like, oh wow, they're really going deep here. But then I think it fell short. Like, they really didn't take that further down. There's some gym leaders that, like, I would love to know their story. Like, I want to see what happens with Beatty and Opal. Like, it would be cool to kind of see some of these things played out, not necessarily in game form. Like, I just love storytelling. I love storytelling. I think stories have been around as long as humans have been around, and it's really cool to see stuff like that, even in what it really is ultimately a children's game. So I thought that stuff was cool. would have loved to seen them really dive in deeper with some of that. I think Beatty, honestly, was a better rival than Hop was. What are the chances we get a shiny? Would I gift away a shiny? I'm pretty sure I would. Make the promise right now. If we breed a shiny, it's going away. I think what I'm going to do after I finish the Grookies, I'm going to use both nurseries. Eggs are weird too. I was thinking about that. There are some of these Pokemon that clearly, you know, whether it's the bird Pokemon, I'm like, oh yeah, totally. They're laying eggs. I don't want to get too into it, but just know that my mind has gone there. And there are some very human-like Pokemon that I think it would be hilarious imagining them laying eggs. Like, just think about Thor and Sock laying an egg. That's weird. Let's see what we got. Ooh, a 5. What up, 5? I'll have to excuse the gear. The setup in here is pretty minimal. Running this actually off of but hey, gotta start somewhere. I was thinking about it and like, man, you know, I'm the kind of person that, you know, I've wanted to do something like this for so long, and you study, you think of all the stuff you need, and before you realize it, like, it's just so overwhelming. You're just like, I can't do any of it. But gotta start somewhere. Oh gosh. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but... Missy? You want to say hi to everybody? That's my wife.
Go Pokemon!
She plays the piano. Oh no, this is Hayden's gift.
Oh, cool. Do you want me to wrap
Sweet.
it?
Yes, will you wrap it?
Yes.
And then we'll take it over to them. I don't know if I want to be necessarily a full-blown streamer. I think some of the gaming channels that I follow most are ones that kind of put out these, whether they're helpful videos, they're content videos, and I know those guys are probably streaming as well. But man, I really don't have like these huge dreams of, let me say this, my motivation for wanting to do this on YouTube is a mix of like loving games. I love playing video games. I grew up in that time. They're a part of my life, mixed with just like, I am just so infatuated with the YouTube community and just all that goes into that stuff. And so I like, the motivation is, I hope this is fun. You know, do I think about what could be and all that stuff? Sure, but I feel like if you think too far down, none of it ends up happening. Or if you're like me, you just don't ever start, because you're never going to be, you know, you always want to start at the place that your heroes are at, and this is not realistic in my mind. So that being said, any advice out there, greatly appreciated. Plan is, though, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central here in North Texas, going live hopefully, and then just gonna surprise gift these things away. If there is anybody that, you know, happens to get it in on the stream, or just that I know of, we'll gladly link up and just send them to you manually. But I would assume more than likely I'll be surprise trading these things away. I love the box system here, by the way. I love how just wherever you're at, you can get to your Pokemon. I think that's a win. That's pretty cool to me. Hey, another 5. I've gotten 1 shiny so far. Turtonator. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I was breeding some of those and just kind of sending them off. I had some friends that needed it, but I actually got one and it was shiny. The only thing that sucks is it sucks. So it's just going to be a trophy. It's the only one I have though so far. I have no luck with shinies. Any game that I've ever played. Even Pokemon Go. In the squad house, we play pretty frequently. Rebecca, shinies all the time. Me, begging her for her shinies all the time. Let me go ahead and just make this known from day one that I am a Dr. Pepper person, but I grabbed a Coke on accident. Let it be known, day one, your boy's about the pepper. We actually live in Stephenville, which is about 20-30 minutes from Dublin, and so we get the best Dr. Pepper. Pretty sweet. I think they're whispering. Are y'all whispering? I don't know, I hear voices outside. Some of the Galarian forms I think were really cool. Most notably like Mr. Mime. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. That new Meowth ain't about it. Ain't about that life. I think it was weird. I really thought the first time I saw one that it was a Meowth wearing a mask. And then I realized, no, that's just what it is. And so, but not a fan. Not a fan. These are nice. Too bad from what I hear, Grookey's not worth anything in competition. But still pretty cool. aren't you putting your hand on your face? There it is. There it is. Oh, I wonder what it is. I had a feeling. Okay, so we need 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 more. You know, off the top of my head, I feel like those tutorial videos that I mentioned before would be, you know, or highlight films and stuff like that would probably be more up my alley as far as what I feel like I'd be able to kick out on a consistent basis and wouldn't even enjoy making. But, man, there's few guys that I feel like do it really well. And guys and girls that are doing that stuff really well, and the rest I feel like are just rehashes of it. And it's like, man, I wouldn't want it to be just another thing like that. So what would make those? What would separate those videos for you guys? What do you think would help those things stand out? We'll go around the tree. I just realized those trees are ruffling in the wind. I love like the areas in this game where clearly there was detail in the graphic side, and then the other areas where it's like, I feel like that was from the 64. This should be my last Grookey egg. So let's hatch these two boys and see what they are. I bet it's a Grookey. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hello again. Do y'all just want to go ahead and move it, or love you? All right, we have got our Grookeys done. Grookeys are done. I loved how we started off with this 6 IV. In hindsight, I probably should have put it in the daycare. But that's not the point. The point is, I'm breeding pokes for the Christmas.
So hey, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Tune in tomorrow, Christmas Day, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be giving away all of these starter Pokemon that we just bred. If you know anybody that just got the game, make sure they get to where they can get on the YCOM. I'd love to link up with you guys, send you these starters. I know when I used to play Pokemon, it was always the coolest thing getting all of the starters, linking up with Game Boys and stuff like that. So thank y'all so much for tuning in today. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.